Hey, Runescape, this is GoofyGoob27 or Exec Chef 1337, whatever you prefer to call me. Today was a really bad day for RuneScape's economy, so to speak. It was a day where after a rapid market crash for a few days, people decided to just buy items that were not worth as much as they really are for over-inflated prices. Like a BGS that was worth 23 mil in the GE was being, of course I got knocked off, was being sold for like about 32 mil I saw was the highest in the in World 2. And people are just taking advantage of like the market and all that stuff. Merchanters, the usual. And this is kind of going to be a little synapse of how to possibly avoid these kinds of things, with a little bit of advice, because I know a little bit about economics at least. It just all has to do with supply and demand, and just the basic ways to avoid it is to, when you buy something quite expensive or high in value, just keep it. Because what happens is the price of something can't go down forever because economic law won't let it. It will never keep declining in price forever. So you just gotta get on the ball with that. When you buy an item, keep it, and don't let the prices control you, because really you, the consumer, control the prices. And it's sad that people use like en masse tactics to control prices. But what are you going to do? Those people are desperate people who have to manipulate a video game to get joy out of their life. So, but ways to avoid it, like I said, number one, keep what you buy, or keep what you steal, whatever you want to call it. Number two, do not get involved in merchanting clans. What merchanting leaders basically do is they just use you, the person, as kind of a pawn. All they have you really do that's important to them, or that helps, is when all the other people in the merchanting clan that are not the leaders buy the item that they tell them to, the price goes up to compensate for the soaring demand that's taken root. And you just gotta not fall victim to that sort of thing. What the merchanting leaders generally do is when the price finally hits the range they want to, one day before what they call the dump date, where they will sell everything, is they, the merchanting leaders, will dump their items so they make a profit, but the people who are lower down in the clan don't. So they're taken advantage of, and they're left poor because those items are worth less than they started at. So those people at the bottom of the clans lose money, but the people at the top gain money. Kind of a twisted thing, yeah, or actually really twisted, but that's the way it works. This could all be easily prevented, though, if jagex were to just completely keep prices just set in stone, and just keep prices where they are, set prices, and don't let them be changeable. Just make prices for everything like forced prices. Don't allow change in market prices. It doesn't need to be that much related to a real life stock market. Kids and young teenagers alike should not fall prey to people who are more knowledgeable in these sorts of affairs by doing that. So, ways you know this could be coming, when prices start to really go down more and more and more, when things get really cheap, that's when people are going to start to buy up all the resources, such as all the god swords, to help raise the price, so they'll make a lot of money in the long run, so they can get their hands on a bunch of them. and you know, just keep what you buy, and that won't be able to happen, because then one person won't be able to get somewhat of a monopoly on certain items. That helps in ways to prevent it. And then when there's a decline in prices, also do not sell your item, because that feeds that decline very much so. It's kind of like a domino effect and a panic effect. When a couple of people start to sell theirs, and then the price goes down because people see that the price is declining, so they sell their items as well. That makes it worse, and then more people sell, and then more people sell, and it magnifies the problem many times, and it spirals out of control soon. So what you got to do to avoid that is just don't get involved. Merchanting clans, they're basically nothing but a bunch of con artists. Only the top guys make money. They just have drones out there all day sitting in the GE, just bots and auto talkers, just yapping their asses off about join Smoking Mills or join Tulum or join We Fight G, and they're all just a bunch of dickheads and fucking pricks who just screw the rest of us over. Like on news of the double experience weekends, jagex said, "Oh well, because we're giving you so much notice in advance, the merchanters won't be able to take advantage of this knowledge." Ha! But in reality, they did the opposite, because they're not smart. What the merchanters did is they immediately bought up all the potions that would allow quicker training of skills. So now prayer potions went from 10k 4-dose to like 16k 4-dose, and that's going to keep going up, because they'll just keep holding all of their currently available resources. They have all the control in this case, and they're not going to be willing to give it up anytime soon, because that would mean they would stop making money, and they don't want to do that, obviously. But yeah, just don't get mixed up in merchanting clans. Like I said, yeah, that's true. My friend's on the microphone talking to me. He had some really good advice for me to give you guys. He said, stay out of the western area of the Grand Exchange in World 2, because that's all a bunch of people who are just playing the desperate bargainers game, where they'll either try to gyp you out of money, or they'll be willing to buy an item for any price and hope that they'll be able to make quick fortune, but you won't be able to. The only way to do that is just to stick with an item and, you know, tough out the thick and thin of when it's going up and down in price, and just stick with the item, because sooner or later you'll be able to sell it in a period of steadiness where it won't have too much of an effect if there's someone ready to buy it at a moderate price, and that'll keep your item safe, and it'll keep your virtual wallet safe, so to speak. So just keep that in mind, and I don't know, this might turn into a 2-part video, but for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.